Hey, turkeys. What's up? And welcome to another fucking episode of Tables a Turn. And this episode is gonna be about bum 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 Morag Tong, which is a fucking fantastic band from London. And I gotta put that all the way back there so you guys can look at it for a second. But the artwork on this is absolutely fantastic. I love it. There's like whether or not it's actually a reference to the guild from Morrowind, the Morag Tong, which I believe it is, but I believe only the like maybe the cover art might deal with that. Um, uh, but just everything besides what Kuba Sokolsky. Sorry if I said that wrong. He did the artwork for this. Very, very good. Fuck. I was gonna leave that back there because I have these. I was like, why did I put that back there? And I put it back there. Let me tip it so it's not quite in the light. And actually, I can do boom. Is that gonna affect anything? Is it for the worse, for the better? I forgot to turn this light on. There, it's a little brighter in here. You can see my shadows more now. But we got some stickers that came with it. This one is actually in the top right up there. But we have this sticker, which is the hand, which is, either of these hands, this hand over here. We got dual hands. So we'll slap that on the wall here in a second. And then this one, which is the cooler one in my opinion. Not because I think the other one is bad, but just because I get to see the pattern that you can't see in the artwork here. So it gives you a little bit more insight into it. But this is the eyeball here. I have it upside down. I got you. I understand, but I'm zooming in. All right. Just an absolutely stellar sticker that I can't wait to put on the wall. Now, you guys are probably wondering at this point who Morag Tong is. So Morag Tong, and that's a nice shot of the album. I'll pick it up and we'll get a closer look. But Morag Tong is Adam Asquith on drums and vocals. Always interesting to see the drummer doing vocals. Alex Clark on guitar. Lewis Clark on guitar. Brothers, I assume. And James Atha on bass. So shout out to those guys. This album is called The Last Knell of Ohm, and we're gonna break that album title down in a second. And this was released May 18th, 2018, and it was a DIY project. They did it themselves. It was not released through any record. It was recorded by Sam Threader at the Crow's Nest, CRO apostrophe S. So not CROW, like there's no W in it. But let me slide this to the side so we can get some of these fucking stickers up here. All right, I could peel them with my mongoloid hands. All right, are we gonna continue the segregation of the stickers? I feel like I'm gonna continue it. I gotta stand up for this. Slap this baby. I mean, I can put it like over the top of this one a little bit, I guess. Doesn't really matter. It's clear. Boom. There's that. And we'll grab this second sticker. Yeah, they're both square. Are you a square sticker or a circle sticker person? Put that in the comments. I want to know. I still haven't decided. I think I'm more of a square sticker person just because I like the neat lines. But circle stickers are also cool. But I'm like, but what am I supposed to do with all the extra space that the circle sticker gives me? I'm like, I'm kind of a square sticker advocate here. So hopefully we'll find ourselves more square stickers. Ooh, that crease. Beautiful. And finally, the wall is like starting to flesh itself out. I have a lot more stickers. I just got to record some more shit, which I don't know. doing more recording is like always what I need to do better at. All right, let's get a look at this album. Yeah, I know it's got this sheen on it. I'll take it off. And I'll get the other stuff out as well, and we can take a look at the album. There's no insert in this, I believe, unless I took it out and put it somewhere else, but I don't think there's an insert. The only reason why I left the plastic on here was, I like leaving it on to like protect the album cover, but these ones are like not necessarily the best because it's just like whatever. And then it had a sticker up here, so I wanted to hold on to it, but let's make it a little easier to see here. Very well done. And so what I was saying earlier about this maybe being a reference to Morrowind is I don't know if this is a reference to like the artwork itself. I haven't actually delved in and checked out more of Kuba Sokolsky. Sorry if I keep saying that wrong. More of his work. But it is very, very pretty. Very well done. And what I don't know is if, like, this could be, like, Ash Mountain or some shit. And it could be, like, Vivek or, and the gods of the hand of creation or something. But it's most likely not. But it looks very good, other than the name reference. But it would be cool to know. I will take this out, and we'll take a look at the album first. Let me zoom back out. It's on bone white vinyl. You can actually still pick this up on Bandcamp, and I highly recommend you do. So side 1 and side 2 with the eye here on this one. I can leave it up there if you guys want. I'll slap it over here. And let's break down, if we can, the what is it? The first. Well, the first song's an instrumental, so we'll come back to it. But let's break down the title of this album, at least real quick, which is The Last Knell of Ohm, which, if you don't know what a knell is like the chiming of a funeral bell or like the last calling of a bell. And Om or Aum is like the Buddhist or Hindu symbol for like, ultimate reality. So it's basically saying like the last chiming of reality, which can't like truly exist. So it's like, it's like, oh, well, it doesn't make sense. It's like it can't be true, but it is. And so that'll help. That'll actually, knowing what that title means will help in understand. I realize I haven't shown the back off, but knowing what the title means will help in understanding what the rest of the album is about, or how to explain like some of the other songs. So here are actually the songs right here, which is Transmission. I didn't actually total up the album time, but this is 6 minutes and 50 seconds. And then we have New Growth, which we'll talk about, which is 7 minutes and 55 seconds. We Answer, which is probably my favorite track, which is 8 minutes and 12 seconds. To Soil, which is 8 minutes and 44 seconds. And Ruminations being 3 minutes and 54 over here, as well as the final song, which is probably the most like complex. A lot of what I'll explain is probably going to be like just my interpretation of the album, so take it with a grain of salt. But you made an interpretive art, so I'm going to interpret it. And then down here we can see everybody that worked on the album and where it was recorded and stuff. The Crow, Sam Threader artwork by Kuba Sokolsky. All right, we'll slap this back here. All right, so Transmission, like I said, instrumental, but I'll come back and talk to it. First song we're going to talk about is New Growth. The song itself, like, talks about, like, along comes this new growth, and then it was enhanced by the light, and it went out, and it tried to distance itself from, like, the original thing that grew it, and then they're like, oh, no, now we lost the beauty of what that original thing is. It's a reflection of like humans and nature trying to be like, oh, we've become too disconnected from nature and harmony like around us, by building up this idea that we need to be reborn and like become separated from like what created us, which is like, oh, it's like tree hugger stuff, I'm all for it. Woo! Very cool. This album is like, I don't want to be like a cop out and be like, oh, it's like if you like Pink Floyd, you should like this album. But it's like, the lyrics definitely take a second look, or you have to take a second look to like truly understand like what the album's talking about. It's not necessarily straightforward with it. And track 3, we're gonna move on to track 3, being "We Answer," which is probably the coolest track, which relates to the title being the last knell of Ohm, or the last ringing of ultimate reality. And "We Answer" is that vibration, that what Ohm is, just the hum of life, the hum of like the planet being. It's like all living life could be wiped out, but like Ohm would still exist because it's reality. It's like the rocks that exist, and then the breeze in the valley and all that shit. It's like that's Ohm. And so "We Answer" is talks about how everything is telling the cosmos that we still exist. It's like we answer, we're still here. Very cool track. And that's kind of where we're gonna tie back to the first track, "Transmission," where this being an instrumental track, it's a very serene track. I like it a lot, and so it feels very much like that is like what the cosmos would be hearing. Or like that's what we're transmitting into the cosmos, is just like this noise. And it is I freaking like it a lot. "We Answer," being the next track, is about fucking, oh sorry, I just did "We Answer," sorry. "To Soil," being the next track, is like probably the simplest of all the tracks. They pretty explicitly say it as like, hey, if you no matter how big you are, no matter how bad you are, dude, you came from the dirt, you going back in the dirt. That's it. I mean, it's pretty true. It's like, and soil itself references to like being like a fertile source for new life. It's like, so even if like you waste everything, or like, oh, you waste away and die, or like some animal just collapses and dies somewhere, it's like that will bring new life in some fashion, because everything goes back to soil. Ruminations, the next track. I don't know, we're like speeding through this. Before we get into the last track, I got a little special treat for you. But Ruminations is one of those that I feel like is a little bit more interpretive. So take whatever I say with a grain of salt. And it's like, let time spread my mind, or let the flow of time, or just like existence itself open my mind, because my own consciousness failed to open my third eye. Is kind of like what I feel the song is about. Is it's like, because we're conscious and there's so much for like us to worry about, we can't open our quote unquote third eye. So it's like, I think I understand the message of what they're trying to say there, but and then now there's one track left, if you remember, and we will get into it. But I figured, since they are called Morag Tong, and they deal with even if it's not a reference to a video game, but I like video game stuff, and I got more video game music, so I figured we'd take a look at this, which is Visigoths single, Visigoths single from or EP from 2019. I I gotta flip my page here. Called Bells of Awakening. It came out May 24th, 2019. I got the 69th copy, baby. Let's go on the green vinyl. Comes with an insert and some other stuff. It has 2 songs, of course, Fire Seeker, which is, I mean, if you want to know about these songs, it's basically just Dark Souls lore. Abyss Walker is about Artorias, and Fire Seeker is about, the Chosen Undead. So if you don't really know Dark Souls lore, go check out like Vati vids or something like that. There's plenty of people that do better Dark Souls lore stuff, but this is more in the power metal genre and vein, but absolutely love it. And we'll take a look at this, little disc here. But I figured I'd give a little bonus out here, and we got this clear green single with Abyss Walker and Fire Seeker on this side. I don't have stickers from this. It was just the single that came, but we'll slap it over there, and you guys can watch it wiggle for a second. All right, now. Well, let's look at the back of this as well, so you guys get to see it. Visigoth presents. Yeah. Nothing else is in here. Very cool stuff. Check them out if you haven't, and check these guys out if you haven't. Last song, Ephemera, or Stare Through the Deep. Now, this one's hard to explain, I feel like, just because, ephemera is like objects that bring happiness for a short time, right? It's like fleeting shit. Like, I ate a piece of candy that made me feel happy, and it's like, well, now I don't feel happy anymore. It's like, oh, well, they didn't really help me. So it's stuff like that. But it's talking about like the ocean and waves coming in, being like burial tombs. So it's like every wave that comes to shore is like the ephemeral tomb or like story of like something that had died or whatever, and everything goes back to the ocean, and the ocean lives in all seeps and cracks of everything. It's kind of talking about water tying stuff together, the ocean tying things together, and like the last line is like, or like you have to turn away or do this other stuff or live your life, or you just fill your pockets with rocks and stare into the deep, So it's like just submit to like looking into or like becoming part of like the greater whole, which I'm not entirely sure what that one means. I've stewed on it for a couple of days, but I couldn't really think about it. Oh, also, shit. I didn't do Visigoth. They're just desserts, all right? Visigoth. Hold on. Give me this bag. Yeah, these guys also very beautiful artwork. I know that's why I'm showing them off. They're from Salt Lake City, Utah, and it is Jameson Palmer on guitar, Leland Campana on guitar, Jake Rogers on vocals, Matt Brothton on bass. Sorry if I say any of these wrong. I'm gonna say all of them wrong and then say them right, and then or not say them right. We got Mike Tresder on drums and Patrick Zoller on art. Zoller on art. I believe it's Patrick Zoller on art, but I could be wrong. Sorry if I said that wrong. It is very, very good. Check them out. You'll enjoy it. And now comes the part of the show where everybody's like, oh, does he fucking ever remember it? And it's like, yeah, I fucking remember it. Yeah, god damn it. Get it out here. Where's this globe? All right. Where are these sorry fucks from? They're from London. God, we already have a needle here. Everybody's gonna... Well, I don't have one in London, but I got one in the UK, Oh, no. What is gonna get me? We'll pick a different color. We'll pick blue. Get that shit going. All right. And it is... Oh, man, it's like closer in to like here. I believe, sorry if I get these wrong, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, it looks pretty cool. Take a spin of the globe afterwards, and I'll actually, you know what? Because I fucked up earlier. We're gonna put a Visigoth pin in Salt Lake, Utah. I just gotta figure out where there's my pens. Do I have a black needle? Ooh, we do. Forgot I had black pins here. Come on, get out of here, you stupid fucking pin. There we go. All right, I'm not inept, okay? I know exactly what I'm doing. I have not. I've never once in my life done something wrong. So we have Salt Lake City, Utah. Is like fucking. Guys are pretty close to me, you know, huh? Guys are getting. Guys are stepping on my turf. It's like. It's a little higher up. It's like here. Don't. Salt Lake City. Let's go. So we got Visigoth and Morag Tong. I encourage you to check them out. I'll put their Bandicamp links in the description below. I tend to be on Twitter more than anything else. We need to get some stuff over here. I gotta like get a Who album or something, or actually do a video on more Australian stuff because I only have the one from Khan on there, which I got more Australian music. Believe me, I fucking love Australian music. They're coming out with some bangers, especially Greece. So hopefully we'll start moving into some more of that. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll be back next time. See you later.